am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Deans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on, world?
Chilling, Mark. How you doing?
I guess I'm going to have to play Street Fighter 6 tomorrow because that's when the Turtles launch.
Oh, was that fast? Okay.
Yeah, it launches tomorrow. Which makes sense. The movie came out, I loved it.
Okay, cool.
It was a very fun movie.
What is what?
Alright, so I watched Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem this week. It came out on Wednesday. And I thought it was great. I thought it was a very fun movie. I like the camaraderie of the team, and I like the fact that they are teenagers and they sound like teenagers and they act like teenagers, and I like that aspect of the movie. I thought it was funny. The animation was very unique but also really cool looking. I think the Turtles themselves and I think Jackie Chan was one of my favorite characters in the movie as Splinter, because he was just out there but he also kind of kicked ass and shit. I like the direction it's going. It already got announced that it's going to get 2 sequels and a TV series soon, so stay tuned for that. But it's definitely worth watching. Go to the theater, see it, support Turtles. That shit was fucking good.
Wait, so I mean, how many are these annual or not?
The Turtle movies?
When's the last time there was a Turtle movie?
Well, the last one was the Michael Bay one. The sequel to the Michael Bay one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, really? So it has been a little bit since there's been full, and this one they're going full in. This is because I don't know how these work. Because remember, this is different from almost anything. This is a unique take on this, right?
Yeah.
So when they do these though, and I'm thinking back at it, and I don't really know if they ever keep these as a style for a while for the next seasons or something of a show, or do they just, is this a one and done, or is it only going to be in movie form?
I think this one in particular is going to get the whole thing. It's going to get the TV series is going to have the same animation as the movies as well. I think the movies are going to look a bit more finer. I think they're going to kind of cheapen up on the TV series because that's kind of hard to maintain, or even go animated with the TV series but kind of have the same style look. And I think the voice actors are all going to be part of the TV show.
Okay, cool.
So they're going heavy with it. I think the TV show is going to be called Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then they kind of took the name. 2012 had the same last season, that name, Tales of the Turtles, which I think is going to go more into individual turtles and kind of getting their story built more into the next movie. So I think that's that's the case of what they're gonna go with that. But this would be the first one that will be adapted, the cartoon, the movie, and the movie are going to be connected together and then being separate entities.
But still be the current version that they're going to be
yes, that's going to be the current
advertise.
Version.
When they advertise, it's going to be those.
Yeah, I think they're going to do that. But you know what? It depends on what it is too, because they still like using the old school, seeing that they just got the rights back of the old school Turtles. I think they're going to be capitalizing on that as well. Playmate Toys is doing the new ones, the old ones. They're doing everything in between. So there's a lot of things of Turtles that are coming out. You have NECA with the movies and the cartoon, the movies, the tunes, the comic, the horror, and now the fucking and the arcade Turtles and stuff like that. So they'd have all fronts.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the arcade ones. Damn, that's
so
a lot.
There's everything. There's something for everything. If you're a fan of something, there's a part of Turtles and lore that you could probably collect for. And then Playmates is doing their kid figures and stuff like that for the new movie, which are great because they're only $10 each, and they're not going to kill the buck. And then they're cool looking to display, but they also fun for kids to play with and shit like that too. And that's what they're made for, is kids to play with. But they're doing a lot of stuff that it also feels like old school to new school, and trying to like capitalize on what the brand of Turtles is for a new generation too. Like again, this is for a new generation of Turtle fans and stuff like that, but also brings in the old one because of the humor and everything like that. That's one thing they never really changed, is the humor of the Turtles. They always had sense of humor and things like that. They were never really that serious on TV wise. But,
that makes me wonder if they would ever take a chance on making The Last Ronin into a miniseries.
So they're making a video game. They're not doing a series. They already they named it, and they said Last Ronin as a story. Kevin Eastman and Leo agreed. Last Ronin as a story will make a better video game than a movie, because they said you have to go, like, people not knowing the history of the Turtles, then you have to go to the backstory, things like that. As in a video game, you can actually do that easier and be more adapted and feel the game. I think feel the character more than if you do a movie and it's just a one-off, and if they miss shit, you're gonna be complaining and things like that. And there's a lot of things going into that series. Would I like to see animation? Yes. I think of like Warner Brothers, like a Batman animated series kind of style, like the DCU kind of style animation for it would be dope. But I'm leaning more that they are really committed to doing The Last Ronin as a video game, so I'm waiting and to see what that is.
Do they have a preference of a studio that they want to use?
So, like I said, I think I said last week, the dude from Final Fantasy 14, he's been wearing Ninja Turtle shirts during press conference and talking about Turtles a lot.
But I'm talking about the companies themselves, or rather,
Nickelodeon is
like Eastman and them. Have they got a preference? Because I know they're particular about the vision of whatever they want it to look like, because that's why they're involved.
Yeah,
they don't want it to just look like trash or whatever, or besmirch the name.
I think Laird has more of a say than Eastman. Eastman is not a dude that will be like, oh, that's terrible. Laird is the one that kind of is the one that puts his foot down with shit. Eastman, like, it's funny because I actually was listening to a podcast and they were saying that it's really funny the dynamic of the two guys that created Turtles, because they don't like each other. And he said, like, Eastman will say everything is okay. Oh yeah, that was a great time in my life. That was like that. He would never say it as a positivity. And then you go to Laird, he's like, I hated that motherfucker.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because Laird is honestly, if it wasn't the kindness of Laird to give Eastman back some of the ownership of Turtles, he would never had it.
Really? He sold it?
Laird owned the whole fucking franchise by himself.
From the beginning.
Yeah, because Eastman sold his part.
That's what I got. Okay.
And then Laird kept his, and then he started Mirage and kept the comic book going with the Mirage Studios. He's the one that co-founded the 2003 series and things like that, and he's the one that kept it alive from now and then and now today. As he's still a really big hand. Like, if he doesn't like something, he'll put his foot down. It's like, I don't want that. But he's also the one that partnered with Nickelodeon to get the price. But the agreement he gave to Nickelodeon is that he wants Eastman to get a piece of the ownership. Okay. He didn't have to do that, but he did that.
Yeah, definitely.
But he still hates Scott. He just don't like it. But it's two different conversations when you actually hear it. Like, it's funny because they actually had I forgot. I gotta find the source I was listening to, but they were like, it's like two different answers when you actually hear them, like the start of Ninja Turtles.
Okay, I got you.
But I feel like Last Ronin is such a popular book right now that they want to take its time, and they also want to really adapt that because of the popularity of the comic. Even though I'm not crazy about the current one that's going on, the Lost Years, I'm not crazy about the book. I like the beginning of the New Turtles, but I'm not crazy about the backstory they're giving us with Michelangelo. But they are doing a new one which is going to start the New Turtles, and I'm interested in how they're going to go adapt with those New Turtles.
As in, they're going to have them fully fleshed out already, and they're going to have their own adventures, you mean?
Yes. So in the Lost Years, you kind of see them growing up with April O'Neil, and Casey's daughter. So they're training them. They're getting them ready to do what Michelangelo and the other turtles were doing. So they're going in that adaptation and stuff like that, and they're 4 turtles, but the thing is with these, they actually have powers. Some of them actually have other powers and stuff like that. But that's like the best part of the Lost Years storyline. Other than that, like the backstory with Michelangelo is kind of like back and forth, and I'm not really digging it.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, that's the rate they're going. But as a video game, the Final Fantasy 14 director is the one that's been wearing Ninja Turtle shorts a lot and been talking about Turtles a lot. So he might have something up his sleeve. I don't trust him. I think he knows more than he knows. So press him.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I think that would be a good direction.
It'd be interesting because I know for a fact because I listen to people in games industry podcasts and stuff like that. They always talk about how good 14 is, but I think it's okay to say that one of the strong points usually is the actual story. So I'd be interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah, same here.
Like, I have no experience with it. I will say the game itself is fun.
Yeah.
But I wonder what they want to do. Like, do they want to do the Batman style? Or do they want to do something original?
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, most people, like, fan base wise, the fact that everyone's going, oh, Rocksteady could do it and things like that. But I'm like, they're having issues right there with Suicide Squad right now. So I don't think they're going to be busy. I think they're going to be busy for a little bit. So if it has, I just want a good gameplay, something that really adapts the story. Like, I just want good gameplay. The one way you could definitely switch the weapons, a combo system with all the weapons, like him picking back and forth for everything he has, but also really adapting the comic. And I think the thing that has the great is the fact that the comic is such a good resource of what they need to do with that book, and they can even put the prequel to it and things like that. But also, there's a lot of story there that they could really adapt to the game. So I just hope someone does it and they give it time, they let it really work, and it hopefully has a good fight system.
I'm trying to think. I don't know who they have in house for that type of deal. Besides Rocksteady, like I'm saying if you take them out of the equation, and then you try to think who does WB have for the systems. Like if they do go ahead and collaborate with Square for the story because the guy wants to, well, I wonder what type of combat or exploration that the game will have.
Yeah,
like who's gonna do? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
That's my thing.
Damn, really think about like both games and stuff like that, and kind of seeing how the gameplay is. Like a company like fucking the people that did Ghost, like how they did the combat and gameplay and how that combat is, that could work for Last Ronin. The different stance and different things, and you could combine the stance and things like that. It had like stealth mode, but it also had like you could just duel people and shit like that. I think that style works for that game. To think about the companies, so Nickelodeon is like they'll let you use, they'll sell you the property. It doesn't matter what company does it. Like they're willing to work with other companies. Like not one company does all the Nickelodeon games. So with that said, like it could be anybody and it could be like that, but think about how Final Fantasy is and how the last one played. I wouldn't pass that person and that director doing Last Ronin together too.
Okay. I mean that probably I don't know, I think that might be a little bit too much.
Another realm?
See, I don't know what their non-fighting game efforts have been.
They don't have any. The last one they did was Shaolin Monks.
Man,
and that was a good game.
When are they gonna make another Shaolin Monks? Come on.
And that was a good game.
It's been way too long.
I'm willing for them to take the chance and actually do the gameplay justice. But I think that kind of style, like what they did with Shaolin Monks, could work for Last Ronin too.
That is true.
And it's something out the box. It's not a fighting game.
Yeah.
So it'd be a different. And they have used turtles before. They have had a great presentation of turtles already.
Well, you say that, and then we just saw the collaboration with Capcom.
Yeah.
Because of Evolution. that just ended, and Popo, he's not happy to hear that. Scott Steiner's like, no.
But that's where it goes. Like, it depends on what you want to do with it. And like Turtles is a horde. Like they'll sell the license to everybody. Like, you want to use it? Okay.
Yeah. So
they don't care.
You saw the trailer?
Yes, I did.
For the skins.
Yes, tomorrow.
In Street Fighter 6.
Guess I'm playing Street Fighter 6 tomorrow.
Yep. And then if they're looking for somebody to work on the game, then I mean, they're in good graces with Capcom, so there we go. So I mean, if that's a studio that they can work with, then I think they're probably a better fit.
So crazy shit is, like, I think they're in good grace with almost. There's a big bunch of companies that are in good grace with Turtles, because Turtles are in Smite, Turtles are in Call of Duty, Turtles.
What?
Yeah, Shredder's in Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, Shredder. I forgot about
Yeah, so crazy. Like they're in good graces with a lot of people, so anyone could really do it. And like again, that's like true. The license, they like I think they really are gonna focus on Last Ronin to be integrated into a game, and how they're gonna focus on it, I don't know, but I know they're gonna be more hands-on.
Maybe they could get the weren't they rumored to be working on it, the Mordor people?
Shadow Mordor, yeah, and that was another one that they were saying that they were talking about. Like, it's their other company, not just them. So I think they're doing. I forgot what else they're doing. They're doing something else. Or was it that? There's a chance that it was that, because I know they're doing Wonder Woman.
Okay, yeah, because there's Wonder Woman. Okay,
and that one, yeah, Wonder Woman. That one's like, I don't know, but the Last Ronin, I could see that. Like I could see that too. I think Shadow Mordor was a good game, so I could see that style to working with. Again, it's a long time from now. We haven't seen anything now, and I don't think we're gonna see anything till maybe next year of it anyway. So, still gotta wait and see.
I was just thinking about how tired of Assassin's Creed I am.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind though if they made a Turtles game. Just saying. If they made the Last Ronin.
Yeah, but I think that's the one company I think Nickelodeon had issues with. It was Ubisoft.
Oh damn! Come on, man, you can't. Studio.
They did the remake of the arcade game, and they were only able to sell it for like a year and shit. Yeah, they had issues with that.
But I think you could say that's a long time ago, because that was 360 era.
Yeah.
That's a while. Hopefully that's water under the bridge.
Yeah. But yeah, Assassin's Creed is a played out game. Am I gonna buy the new one? Probably not. Maybe when it's on like a really good sale. I'll probably. I did like Valhalla.
Okay, that's the Viking one.
Yeah, because the dude is not sneaky, so it gave you a different kind of gameplay, because you cannot really sneak with a Viking. They're fucking big and loud.
Yeah.
But I thought that game was good. I couldn't get into the other ones. Like, I tried, I just couldn't get into them. And I heard they were great. I just couldn't get into them. It was just the same shit. Too much of the same shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
You play one, you play them all. They're all kind of the same.
I feel I don't have that, I guess you call it FOMO.
Yeah.
From missing all the ones after 2 Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like after I played that, I was good.
Yeah.
I could walk away happy, because I think that was basically the end. That was the end of Ezio's story until they decided to go back and revisit it.
Yeah, to add more to the story.
Yeah,
like we were good. Like, you have to add more to the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked it 4. I think 4 was my standout beyond the
to
Brotherhood.
Play 4 was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the pirate aspect of things and the ship battles and stuff like that. So I had enough new stuff to keep me in it, and then everything else kind of just felt the same, just with different cultures.
Yeah, so I think, man, I don't know.
I like the Valhalla.
But I would just say I give them credit, because they are also the house responsible for Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
and they know how to do a stealth game.
Yeah.
So I would think that'd be a big part of the gameplay, right? Stealth.
Yeah.
Just because of the nature of Michelangelo and how he was fighting, or how he had to approach the situation. Not that he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because I also remember he tried doing dumb stuff and that backfired. So.
Yeah. I like honestly, like, going into like the just gameplay style, like I was saying earlier, Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch, they have a good style to work that game in, because the 4 directions each weapon, and then you could combine all the weapons together and shit like that. But then he had like 6 different, he had like probably more than 4 weapons. He had like 8 weapons, because he had the billy clubs and all the other shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I just hope that whoever's doing it does it justice. Really, because you have a big fan base on your ass right now, and you don't want to fuck it up, because then you never hear the end of it.
Yeah, cause especially when everything else that's involved with it is, at least I'm not seeing anything too negative about it.
Yeah.
So like, if people are happy right now, don't be the ones to make people unhappy.
Exactly. Turtles is doing great right now. And definitely, shout outs to that movie. It was a really fun movie. Definitely check it out.
Okay, gotcha.
As we talk about Turtles, we did talk about them being in Street Fighter 6, which they showcased it on Evo, which is this month. So go into Evo. Besides them trying to play music, but go into Evo, and there's a lot of stuff that they announced beyond the fight tournaments that they had too. You probably know more about the fight tournaments. I know what they announced. That's about it.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. So they had Street Fighter 6. They had Guilty Gear Strive. Mortal Kombat 11. And King of Fighters 15, and I believe that was it for the main games.
Yeah.
There were obviously a ton of other sub games. I might be missing one. No Smash, because I forgot this. This is a Sony owned event. Oh, Killer Instinct was one, and that was pretty cool. And they announced for Killer Instinct that there's going to be a brand new balance patch. So they're going to bring the game up into the modern era. So if you have Killer Instinct, that's actually a very good thing. Because and also it has a still concurrent player base.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty good, because that game is over 10 years old right now. Which is like funny to think, man, Killer Instinct came out that long ago and they still support it. Like, damn. A lot of other companies should learn from that instead of just putting numbers on games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You don't have to just make the new one. You can just sit there and perfect one.
Yeah.
And just update it. You can still charge money, but anyway. So they had theirs, and that was the announcement for the grand finals. The players that won, I did not catch those. The only ones I saw was it? I know the guy Leffen, who's like a multi-game competitor.
Yeah.
He won Guilty Gear Strive, and his character was Happy Chaos, which I was like, good, because that character is literally just a mess.
Nice.
So I'm like, you know what? That's the representation of your game now, a mess. So thanks. Tekken 8, I did not see which character won though. I think it was the same guy.
Yeah.
That I think he won 2 games. Now, if I'm not mistaken, like, so there's a guy named from the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates, and I believe he won Street Fighter with Ken.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you. Ken won Street Fighter.
Yeah.
He won Evo.
Nice.
So now he has to get his family back.
He did it for the family.
Because the story of the game is he lost everything. So, damn it, I would love to have it if somebody just puts it out, but like, it's so new that it's not really compiled yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got the winners for Street Fighter 6. Angry Bird. That's the name of the player. Number 2 is Maynard RD, which is the guy that plays Birdie.
Yeah.
So in this game, he plays Blanca.
Oh, cool.
And that's number 2. Let's see who else for Guilty Gear Strive. Like I said, it was Leffen, and second place was I'm not saying it. Oh, Nubenheimer. I forgot. Yeah. It's his name is kind of cool because it's all caps NBNHMR, but it's pronounced Nubenheimer. If you know, Tekken 7, it was Arslan Ash, and they don't say the character he used. Damn it, I forgot. Second one is a guy named AO. Not familiar with them, but it's funny. The guy that won Tekken also played in Street Fighter. I think the guy that played in Street Fighter also played in Tekken, which is cool.
Yeah.
Ultimate Marvel 3 was the other game. That's the one I forgot. The number 1 first place was Jabril. And number 2's name is Evasion. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Also, I forgot that. Number 1 is Hikari, and number 2 was Yasha.
Nice.
King Fighters 15. They have first place was Yao Hai, and second place is his name here is E.T. I would love it if it was Stone Cold E.T. I don't know. Shout outs to Mick Foley for randomly posting that. Just what? Stone Cold E.T.?
They announced Fatal Fury new game.
Yes, they finally showed some gameplay. Well, character models rather.
Yeah.
Multi Blood was another one I missed. The first place is named Moai, which I would the picture of just one of those things sitting in a chair with a joystick makes me laugh. Second place was Dai, D-A-I, not D-I-E. Mortal Kombat 11, the winners were Ninja Killer 212. I believe they were a pretty popular person. I think they're a multi-game player as well. Second place was just Nicholas, the most normal name ever. Okay, all right, Nicholas. I'm imagining it's Nicholas from wrestling.
Yeah, it's the the former tag team champion, now video game champion.
Oh man. But I know every game also had announcements. So Street Fighter was AKI, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like you said, the avatar items.
Yeah.
I think the trailer for the girl though is pretty much just saying drugs are bad because she just literally doses a character. What's going on?
No drugs.
What y'all doing?
It's the Dare program character. No drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. The Guilty Gear character is Johnny.
Yeah. And
they're gonna have actually new mechanics to the game for the start of the new season. Tekken 8, it was Raven.
Yeah.
And a girl named Azucena.
Yeah.
She says she's the coffee queen. So
nice.
Missed opportunity to hit you in the head with a coffee mug though. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like the missed opportunity. Or throw like coffee beans at people's eyes or some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
The spit coffee in their faces, something. She's gotta have a move. They show her super. The only thing that I think that's kooky about it or quirky is that she flicks you in the head at the end.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever, man. Where the coffee beans at?
Yeah, I'm watching.
And then Mortal Kombat, they have Reptile.
Yeah, Reptile.
And 2 other characters, Asnora and Havoc. Havoc is like what? That's a character from one of the 3D era games, which I don't think anybody thought they'd be bringing that back, but they bring him back, so cool. And Reptile looks cool as hell.
Yeah, he does.
Because they literally said enough of having him look halfway as one or the other. Now he is a man that turns into a reptile. And he turns invisible too, so.
Yeah. They look cool.
That's pretty cool.
And they announced. There was a lot of good announcements. I'm watching Up Up Down Down. I'm watching the wiffle ball thing and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm scared for Liv's life. If Rodriguez swinging the bat.
Oh, she's like right next to her.
Yeah, like it's a T-ball, and then she has to put the ball for her to swing, and then she swings like right, like mere seconds from her.
Jesus, what Liv was you doing?
Shout outs to Cinnamon Toast Crunch sponsoring it. One of my favorite cereals of all time.
Yo, I forgot to show you the thing. So it was like sad for them to say it because Kayla's last day on the bump was like last week.
Yeah.
But then they had the Cinemojis were there.
Yeah.
So it turns out I don't know if you remember, there was a match they had at a pay-per-view a while ago when the Cinemojis were actually ringside.
Yeah, it was a Rey Mysterio match.
So you know one of the Cinemojis, I think the one that was by the ringside, you know who it was?
Who?
It was Sol Ruka.
Nice.
That was just mad random. Just like what? So I don't know if she did it again.
Yeah.
I think she probably did.
Nice.
But I was just like, what? What? She was. Jesus Christ! Did they have one of them at the up down down event as well or no?
They have two of them.
They had two of them there.
They have two of them
crap.
there. Yeah, two of the circle,
Right.
the square faces.
The square
Yeah, it was a
faces
Rey
that dance
Mysterio
around.
match that had the sponsor.
Because
he was on the box.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So Kayla's leaving the bump.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Is she going anywhere else, or is she still with WWE?
No, she's still with the.
Oh, okay.
She's still with the company. She was doing the pre-show and stuff, but
Oh.
it was just like that was kind of random and sad to hear. But
That's the reason why, like, I'll watch you.
I mean, maybe she's getting a new show. I don't
Yeah.
know. Or maybe they just have her doing so much stuff. They're like, you know what? We have you doing this. We'll have these other people doing the bump. There's still the other two people,
I don't care.
but now they're having Megan Morant as the main lady.
Megan Morant, who's that? That's the new chick that was on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
I would say, I'm cool with her doing it because I know she does this weird thing on Twitch with her and Drew Gulak
Okay.
and like the other guy from the bump. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not? She's not bad. She's not bad. So, but no, Kayla is like, damn. Who's Bailey gonna make fun of now? Who's Zelina gonna have a feud with?
Yeah.
Jesus, what's going on? What is that?
It said Megan Durant. WWE. I'm trying to see what she looks like. So I don't think I remember her. I don't know. Was she in the panel this week on SummerSlam panel?
I don't. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. I don't know who she is. I have to see her. I don't know who she is, but I don't like it. I don't like change. I don't like change. But then again, I don't really watch the bump like that, so it's not. I watch it here and there, depending on the interview and stuff.
It's a good show. It's a good show because I would say they don't do so much story stuff there, but when somebody does come in character, it's pretty good. And not for nothing, when something really good happens on that show, it kind of does elevate people because I guess enough of the right people watch it.
Yeah.
That, like, for instance, like the main person who benefited from it the most I could see recently was Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Because he came in character and he was just saying wild and ridiculous stuff.
Okay.
And I think he called somebody out, and then it went from the bump to like actually the person responding, and then it went back and forth. And I was like, okay. So
that makes sense. Huh?
some good stuff. It came from that show. So I'm like, all right.
Cool. Anything else? I got the Turtles 3 boxing and the Keynote box. It's like a pizza box and it has a T-shirt,
Okay.
Employee of the Month picture, magnet, and it comes with a scooter and his first outfit in the movie, which is the pizza outfit. And then Turtles 3 came in. They look so dope, but they do have the funny faces and it works really well. The costumes look dope. The samurai suits look dope. It has the time traveling, the whatever it was called. It was cool. They look really good, and it looks like the movie box, so it looks really cool.
I normally say the less reference to that movie, the better. But those turtles look amazing.
They do. I think that's all.
So good job.
I hope that's all we get from this movie.
No, we need the colonizer.
No, we don't.
We need the colonizer.
If they do one, I want to see Splinter and the Elvis, the blue Hawaii, with the shade on his head.
I want the Japanese dudes with the shirts on, or just the little underwears. But then they have to come with the shirts.
Yeah,
they have to come with the shirts.
They would have to get the rights for the actor.
I know, but what are those guys doing today? They making they use a couple extra bucks.
But yeah, they came out with a
residual check.
Those figures are cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did a good job.
Yeah. Now Kino's getting like 2 other figures too, which I'm like,
oh, you gotta get those. All right.
The foot soldier training one he's getting, and then I think the end of the movie one.
The foot soldier training one's okay. I'm not mad at that.
And you get the big foot soldier with him. The one big foot soldier.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's all I got this week.
That's pretty funny. Somebody said the things you don't hear in Vegas as pertaining to Evo. You haven't seen B movie? Oh my God, you have to. Have you seen the B movie?
Yes, I have.
Would you recommend seeing the B movie?
It was okay. It has a lot of adult humor.
All right. Oh, okay.
It's a Jerry Seinfeld movie. He talks to B. It's okay. It's on Netflix, I think. It's on Netflix, I think.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, fucking Gable looks like he's trying to kill Xavier and Breeze. With the baseball. Alright, you wanna go to this movie?
Finn messed up. That's all I have to say. Finn messed up.
He gonna get jumped tonight. He gonna get got.
He better. If they trying to make sense, he can't be there no more.
They gonna take his demon.
He's gotta leave.
They gonna take his demon and put it on JD.
All right. Okay. All right.
They gonna Ghostbuster his ass. Take the demon out of his soul.
That's it. You messed up.
You done messed up twice. He tried to help you twice, and you didn't believe that man.
Yep.
Supposed to be your boy.
No good. Yeah, exactly. You don't trust your homie?
Supposed to be your brother in arms. Black and purple for life kind of shit. And you like, nah. I don't trust him.
What are you doing? Nah.
Fucked up. Rhea's gonna body slam you too.
I hope so.
I hope so too. He deserves it. Like, Balor deserves an ass whooping right now. He fucked up. He fucked it up.
A nice Dominic frog splash too. Yep.
That curve stop on the briefcase, he earned that. Like, that was 100% on him. He did it to himself. All right. Yes.
All right. So now we can get to this movie.
Yes.
This week's is Cowboys and Aliens. For some reason, I thought it was Cowboys versus Aliens.
That's my girl was saying the same thing. She's like, this is the Mandela effect? Wasn't it Cowboys versus Aliens? And then I'm looking at the comic. It was called Cowboys and Aliens. So I'm like, yeah, the comic is Cowboys and Aliens.
Interesting. All right.
It's based off a graphic novel.
Okay, and that's how we got here.
Yep.
It is 2011. It is PG-13. It is an hour 59. I'd say a tad too long.
Yeah.
The release date. Is that the release date? Release date? It says July 29th. Does not say the premiere. Directed by Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Of the Iron Mans, plural, Avengers Endgame. Yeah. Chef. A lot of good stuff.
Jungle
Book of Boba Fett. A lot of good stuff. Written by Roberto Orci, Alex Kurtzman, Damon Lindelof, Mark Purvis, and Hawk Osby, and that's for the screenplay. I'm trying to see. Oh no. Okay, they do give credit to Scott Mitchell Rosenberg for I guess the book.
Yeah, he probably wrote it.
Platinum Studios.
Yep.
Okay. So I have to ask you, have you ever read Cowboys and Aliens?
No, I have not.
Okay, so both going in blind.
Yep.
Did you see the movie before? Or no?
I did see this movie before. Did I remember it? No, because I forgot completely Harrison Ford was in this.
All right.
Like
Cool.
he was a honestly, I remember them being a rival like cowboy kind of thing, but I could not picture the person that it was.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And it was,
I don't think he was advertised.
he wasn't on the marquee poster or anything like that either. He
No,
was on the poster
no.
later on, but when the movie first came out, no, he was not on it.
Okay, so it stars Daniel Craig as Jake Lonergan. That's an interesting name. Abigail Spencer as Alice. No last name. Buck Taylor as Wes Claiborne.
Yes.
Matthew Taylor as Luke Claiborne. Cooper Taylor as Mose Claiborne. Clancy Brown as Meacham. Paul Dano as Percy Dollarhide. Chris Browning, not Chris Brown, as Jed Parker. Adam Beach as Nat Colorado. All right. Sam Rockwell as Doc. Okay. Ana de la Reguera as Maria. No last name. That's interesting. Let's see. Is that about it? No. Where's Harrison Ford's character? He's all the way down here. Harrison Ford as Woodrow Dollarhide.
Yeah. You said Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde as Ella Swinson.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Because we got like some people that
The
recur.
kid, Noah Ringer, the Emmett Taggart.
Okay.
That was
Let's
the
see.
kid. They gave him a knife.
Oh, the little kid. Yeah.
Keith
Julio
Cadarin.
Cesar Cadillo as Bronk. He was a
Yeah.
major character. Who is that?
Keith Cadarin. He was the sheriff. John Target.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. What's that guy that played the bad guy in everything that was scheming towards the end of the movie to take the money? Damn it! Is it Walton Goggins? Yes, it is Walton Goggins. Yes, Walton Goggins, who's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what's my homie with the short hair? Who played Dum Dum Duggan in the last movie?
Yeah, he's another always.
What's his name? McDonough? I forgot his name. Always a villain.
McDuggan, something Neil McDuggan or something like that.
Yeah, Neil McDonough. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I just gotta shout out my villains.
Yeah, Neil McDuggan.
Walter Goggins as Hunt.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's about it. What does the synopsis say for this one? A spaceship arrives in Arizona, 1873, to take over the Earth, starting with the Wild West region. A posse of cowboys and natives are all that stand in their way.
Yep.
And that's where we are. It opens more or less with Daniel Craig waking up with the alien device on his arm, not knowing what it is. And I think it does make sense that it goes that way. Is that slowly over time during the movie he's remembering more and more.
Yeah.
I think it's the way it happens is every time he's knocked out or goes to sleep.
Yeah.
He starts to have like the flashbacks of what happened to him. And so you slowly find out that he was probed by aliens and then woke up mid-probing, and what ends up happening to start the rivalry is he slashes the Dr. Alien in the face and escapes, but the first thing he does is like clasp that thing on his arm. So
Yeah.
But then, as you see, Dr. Alien remembers in the end. I don't think that was his name, Dr. Alien, but
Dr. Alien.
Dr. Alien. But I mean, the first thing he sees is the alien operating on people, right?
Yeah.
Is what he's doing. Dr. Alien.
Probing people.
I think like the sub story was like there was a rivalry going on for control of like a town, and it was like Harrison Ford's his gang or his guys or whatever, his crew, and they were against like whoever was in charge. They were not seeing eye to eye, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then that gang eventually, I think, they don't see him. I think when the aliens come, they assume he's gone. So then you right away you have like the split of the gang of these two guys talking, the two, I guess, lieutenants or whatever, and one of them is like, oh well, I'm in charge now. And then slowly, as they pan away from the gang activity and more over to what's happening with like Daniel Craig's character, you start to encounter the Native Americans because they're out there as well, but he's not necessarily aligned with the Cowboys anymore.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. Like there's one thread that is you stole my gold, where's my gold, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like the main thing that's holding them to him to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Is the goal. He doesn't remember the goal because of what happened to him in the spaceship.
He got probed.
He got probed and put that thing on his arm. So
yeah. Once you get probed, you forget.
You forget. Yeah. That's the rule. Or you get turned to dust.
Yeah.
Like the lady that was in the other machine next to him.
Yep.
But what's going on there is, I believe that the reason he like warms up, not really warms up, because of people he met, because there's that guy that he is also native.
Yeah.
But he's in the gang, I think it is. Like he has the trust of Harrison Ford's character.
Yeah.
And he's like basically walking through both worlds. They try to get, in order to fight back, they're trying to get Daniel Craig's character to remember.
Yeah.
So he goes on an ayahuasca journey, and then that starts to bring back like more vivid, longer memories of what actually happened. The whole thing with his wife coming back I don't know if it was his wife, but like the woman he was with coming back as like a spirit.
Yes.
Like through flames and whatnot, being brought back through like, I guess, the native, because again, we're already going with aliens, so what the Native Americans are believing is not out of the realm of possibility of being real.
Yeah.
So there's stuff on their end that is actually spiritual and what we consider magic or whatever, but it's actually real in this world or what have you. So I mean, as a movie overall, it's pretty good. It's just that it explains a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where it drags down, I feel. This movie did not need to be 2 hours long.
No, it did not. I feel the same way. Like, it was really long-winded at times. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I think I'll say, the last 30 minutes was worth watching.
Yeah.
Like, I think that got really action and stuff like that.
Yeah, like everything came together. Like they had the explanations for everything. Everybody, you knew why the natives and the Cowboys got together. You finally got to see them agree on how to take down the aliens, right?
Yeah.
And then you see the plan unfold, and it was like, all right, that's cool. I like that. And the action was good. Like they spent some money. The CG was pretty good.
Yeah, the cast was good.
Yeah, the cast was pretty good. Yeah, like I think everybody carried the movie. It wasn't bad. It was just long-winded.
Yeah.
So,
I
give it 3.5.
3.5. I think I'd gone with the same score, 3.5. I thought it was a decent movie though. So your 3.5s are there's quite a few. There's Josie and the Pussycats. There's Ghost World, Surrogates, Jonah Hex, Constantine, Thor, American Splendor, History of Violence, Punisher, Warzone, 300. 300 is your top, and Josie and the Pussycats is your bottom.
I'm gonna put it. What's after Warzone?
Warzone, History of Violence.
And below that?
American Splendor.
I'll put it right below American Splendor.
Alright, so right on top of Thor. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys and Aliens. 3.5. I also put it right over Joshi and the Pussycats. Our next movie, and we'll be wrapping up 2011 with Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, I've never seen this one. The only thing I know about it was, I think, didn't Arnold choose the guy?
Jason Momoa.
Didn't he have a hand in like saying that should be the guy?
Yeah, and this was, I think, his first like big feature film too. It was Jason Momoa.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, Conan the Barbarian we wrap up 2011 with, and then we kick off 2012 next week with Ghost Rider. Well, following week with Ghost Riders for Vengeance. We have Chronicles, Avengers, Men in Black 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Dark Knight Rising, Dread, and that will be 2012.
Dread is taking too long.
And yeah, that's our next one, Conan the Barbarian. Let me see if I can find Conan the Barbarian. This is a Don Beard Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's why I definitely don't remember what that being him. Okay.
It is on Hulu and it is on YouTube TV, so it's probably on FX.
Okay. All right.
And so definitely check it out when you get a chance. All right, wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Also, follow me on Threads and TikTok on Mark the Mic as well. I post a lot of figure photography and everything like that on TikTok, so definitely check that out. Shout outs to Tenacious T and Jeremy Chiraja. They do have a pop culture podcast called Popcorny. I was on the last episode. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. It's on Spotify. Popcorny. And always remember, follow the G.